You're watching KITV News.
Receiving thorough pat-downs at the airport could soon become criminal. The issue is expected to fuel privacy debates at the Capitol this week. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Catherine Stolp. Those controversial pat-downs could soon be a thing of the past in Texas. State lawmakers may vote on a ban this week. KITV's Chris Coffey is live from Austin Bergstrom International Airport to explain how the move could backfire. Chris.
Katie, the federal government has already told us that there could be consequences to air travel in Texas if this bill becomes a law. Now, earlier today, we caught up with some air travelers who had some mixed feelings about a potential pat-down ban. A bill to ban what they call invasive pat-downs by TSA agents during security screenings at airports. The bill was pulled last month, but Governor Perry added the bill to the current special session. The feds say a ban in the Lone Star State could violate federal law and lead to a no-fly zone in Texas. Some travelers say the current law is in place for a reason.
I don't really like somebody touching me, but if that is for the protection of everybody, then they've got to do it. If that is the law, then that is the law.
And the pat-down bill in the Texas Senate could pass a committee as early as next week. Reporting live at ABIA, I'm Chris Coffey. Katie, back to you.
Going to be interesting to see what happens at the Capitol this week. Thank you, Chris. Governor Rick Perry and Lieutenant Governor David Dewhurst say they're strong supporters of the pat-down bill. Turning now to weather. Here is a live look outside over Northwest Hills. Another sunny and hot Sunday. And I know this probably isn't what you want to hear, but we are expecting even warmer temps as we head into the work week. Meteorologist Mark Chapin joins us. And Mark, there's no escaping the heat. You're forecasting temperatures over 100 for the whole week.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, I think temperatures can go back up into the triple digits starting tomorrow and then close, if not into the 4th of July weekend. So we got some more hot temps ahead here in Texas and unfortunately not much rain to talk about. Let's take a look here at temperatures throughout today. You'll notice that we started the day in the 70s. Mid to upper 70s. We got up into the upper 90s, just as I thought this afternoon. Right now we're at 97 here in Austin, 100 in Mason, 95 in Fredericksburg, also out in Giddings and LaGrange. High pressure in control of our weather pattern. You know what that means, dry weather and nice and calm weather for us this evening. Just going to be a hot one. Temperatures in the mid 90s by 7 o'clock under sunny skies. I think we'll fall back to around 90 by 9 o'clock, mid 80s by 11 o'clock this evening. Dry weather this evening and also on Monday. We've got some tropical moisture to talk about. I'll let you know if that's going to make its way in here as we head into the 4th of July weekend coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Mark. A tragic accident early this morning. Cars hit and killed 2 women while they were walking together on an I-35 frontage road. The collisions happened just after 2 o'clock this morning here in the South Austin in the 10400 block of I-35. That's near Atkins High School. 2 separate cars hit the victims who were in their 20s as they were walking in the lanes of traffic. Police say both vehicles stopped and the drivers tried to help the women. Officers say the drivers will most likely not face charges. Police say this area is also poorly lit and alcohol does not seem to be involved in the fatal accidents. Well, despite the recent Click It or Ticket campaign, the Texas Department of Transportation says pickup truck drivers are just not getting the message. Here's a look at traffic on I-35 from our Hilton cam. Hopefully everyone is buckled up. If not, beware. TxDOT says it's going to crack down on pickup truck drivers and passengers. Data shows younger male pickup truck drivers are the worst at not buckling up. TxDOT says wearing a seatbelt in a car reduces the risk of dying by 45%, and in pickup trucks that number increases to 60%. The Buckle Up in Your Truck campaign begins tomorrow. Austin police are investigating a death after someone found a body in downtown Austin. On Saturday, a passerby found the body near Norwood Tower at 7th and Colorado Streets. At this point, officers have no information about the identity or how the person died. Divers hit the water again today in search of a man who disappeared under the waters of Lake Canyon early Saturday evening. San Marcos rescue crews in Comal County received the call that a child and a man went missing on the north side of the lake around 6:30 last night. They found the child safe, but have yet to find the man, who is in his 30s. Sheriff deputies say a boat was pulling him while he was on a raft. The float blew away, and when the boat turned around to pick the man up, he was gone. Austin police are searching for victims and answers after a gunfight outside an apartment complex that involved up to 20 people. Officers responded to calls of shots fired just after 9 last night in the 1100 block of Harvey Lane here in East Austin. They were told several people were shot, but when officers arrived, everyone ran from the scene. Police have since been calling hospitals, trying to locate people with gunshot wounds to find out what happened, but have yet to find anyone. If you have any information, call the Austin Police Department. Well, 1,500 cyclists hopped on their bikes for the ride of their lives today. The 9th annual Urban Assault Ride is the biggest bike scavenger hunt series in the world. The Urban Adventure Ride covers 25 miles of challenging obstacles like careening down a 30-foot water slide. This year, the ride kicked off at Fiesta Gardens Park. Sounds fun. Well, if you're in the market for a new car and don't mind a little hail damage, head to North Texas.
We've got a total of about probably 1,800 or so on the lot, and of those, probably 1,300 of them were probably damaged.
Next, we'll tell you just how low dealerships are willing to go after a multi-million-dollar hailstorm.
And temperatures have been in the 90s this weekend, but it feels more like 105 out there right now in Austin. Triple-digit heat ahead. Your full forecast is coming up soon.
And several former Horns are competing in the USA Outdoor Track and Field Championships. Plus, hear from Corey Joseph on this week's NBA draft. That's later in Texas Sports Nation.
In Texas news, we're just now learning the magnitude of a massive hailstorm that hit North Texas 1 month ago. And experts are using words like catastrophe. But the multi-million-dollar storm also means big bargains for automobile buyers. Now, most of those cars are protected by awnings, but the sales manager told us there's nothing you can do when the hail comes in sideways. Many car dealerships are still waiting for hail damage repairs. And Texas is probably not done with those hailstorms. It's hurricane season. The American Red Cross spent all weekend preparing for what it expects to be a very active season, and we'll tell you how Central Texans geared up next.
Dry weather continuing to show up here on Storm Tracker Viper. There may be some tropical moisture in our future. If you got some 4th of July plans, you want to stay tuned. I'll let you know who's going to see the rain coming up next.
Even with these extremely dry conditions, hurricane season is well underway. This is video from Hurricane Katrina, the storm that ravaged the Gulf Coast in 2005. Close to 2,000 people died, and you can still see remnants of the storm in the hardest hit areas 6 years later. And to help people recover from disasters, the American Red Cross of Central Texas spent all weekend training volunteers to be ready when severe weather strikes.
That the way the Red Cross works is when a disaster hits, we have the equipment, supplies ready to roll out at that moment.
Since March, the Red Cross has launched 42 relief operations in 29 states and deployed 12,000 relief workers from all 50 states to help storm and wildfire victims. The American Red Cross of Central Texas says it depends on the local community to volunteer and be prepared to shelter as many as 25,000 people if a hurricane should strike. Let's take a live look now over Lake Austin. No severe weather in sight, just extreme heat and dry conditions. The lake sure looks inviting, doesn't it? And Mark, it sounds like we are in for another scorching work week.
Yeah, it's looking hot, Catherine, and also quite dry.
This is Texas Sports Nation with Courtney Timmons, winner of Best Sportscast by the Texas Associated Press Broadcasters, and brought to you by your Central Texas Chevy dealers.
I learned a whole lot. I mean, from high school to college is a big jump in terms of speed, and then I'm sure this next level from college to NBA is going to be a big jump.
After only a year at Texas, Corey Joseph decided he was ready to make that leap to the next level, and the Spurs agreed.
When you are not by your TV or computer, use your iPhone, Android, or BlackBerry. You can find news, severe weather, radar, Longhorn sports, and a whole lot more. Just search for We Are Austin in your app store. And Mark joins us once again. We have over 100s to look forward to all week.
All week, yeah. I think we hit the triple-digit mark starting tomorrow. At least 100, if not 101 here in Austin. And with the humidity, I think it's going to feel like around 105 tomorrow afternoon. So lots of heat ahead. 101 officially the high temperature tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies in the afternoon. We'll continue that sun on Tuesday. Again, starting out with low clouds in the morning, at least patches of low clouds. Temperatures, I think, by Wednesday and Thursday going to be the warmest with temps around 103 both days. If you're heading along the Texas coast, we do have some rain in the forecast down south of Corpus Christi with some tropical moisture for the middle part of the week. Otherwise, I think here in central Texas, we miss out on that. High pressure protecting us in temperatures right around the century mark as we head into the 4th of July weekend. Right now, I'm keeping the forecast dry.
I guess that's the silver lining, is that it will stay dry on July 4th.
Even though we really would like rain.
Yes, we need it. All right, thank you very much, Mark, and thank you for watching. 60 Minutes is coming up next. We'll see you tonight at 10. For now, enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening. See you soon.